Welcome to the Business Happy Hour with your hosts, Frank Cottle from Lincoln Lending Group, Ryan Pelkey from Tampa Bay Plumbers, and Doug Ford with Suncoast Roofing Solutions on 970 WFLA. These three business owners will teach you how to work to live it up, not live to work. Now sit back, grab a cold one if you have one, and get ready for some serious business talk with three hilariously serious business owners. Now, your host of the Business Happy Hour, Frank Cottle.
Welcome to the Business Happy Hour Tampa Bay. We're glad you're listening. I'm your host, Frank Cottle, president of Lincoln Lending Group and 813 Mortgage. Don't forget, if you're looking for a loan, you call 813 Mortgage, drop the E, and we're going to drop your lending fees. We've got my great co-hosts, Doug and Ryan, in the studio. Ryan, how we doing?
Excellent. Always great when we got 81 Bay in here.
81 Bay Brewery, that's right. There again. We might as well introduce Keelan right now. Keelan, 81 Bay Brewing. How you doing, man?
Doing great. Thanks for having me, fellas.
Man, you were on the show with us a long time ago. I don't think you've ever been in this studio, have you?
Have not.
I don't think it was this show.
It wasn't even this show. And speaking of voices, that's Doug Ford, the owner of Suncoast Roofing Solutions, best roofer in town. How you doing, Doug?
Oh, I'm doing great.
Yeah, so it wasn't, Doug's right, it wasn't this show. It's when we first got into radio a little over a year ago, year and a half ago. It was part of the Jamie Maloney show, which was called That Business Show. We had a real estate edition, and Keelan came on and was one of our guests, and we were kind of merging at that point into our show, which you guys see here, in this big, cool new studio.
Much better over here.
Yeah, you guys definitely came up.
Yeah.
that studio is so crammed.
It was. I mean, we used to have like 5 or 6 people, and it was
crazy.
Yeah, it was like putting 6 people around your table in your kids' room or something. Pretty small. But yeah, so we're going to get right into the show. We've got all kinds of exciting stuff running our new format here, throwing a little local talk. Then we'll do a little national for you guys. Maybe chat about sports. Not a lot going on in sports right now. I know we tried to bring up some cool stuff, but
no, there's really nothing. I mean, the
football
Lightning,
season's over.
Yeah.
Lightning suck.
yeah.
Oh, they don't suck. I think they're like 5th or 6th and like 5 points out of the playoffs.
See, Doug just did the whole sports broadcast right now.
That's it.
Yeah,
We're
that
done.
was it. That was going to be our whole
done.
broadcast. So
No college sports, no
No.
real professional sports.
basketball, that's going on, right?
I don't really follow. So.
Yeah, I don't know. Since Jordan got out, I've been.
You know what's funny is I really, honestly, I haven't followed basketball since they had like something like 20 years ago where they stopped. They not a riot, but they all, what do you call it when teams stop playing sports because they
strike.
So they had a strike like 20
What's that thing
years
in
ago?
baseball? What's that thing?
20 years ago they did a strike, and I'm like, I'm never gonna watch basketball again.
Yeah.
I'm like, you guys make so much money, you're gonna have a strike? It's ridiculous.
It is, and I'm not even joking. I did stop after Jordan retired. I really did.
Yeah, I pretty much did as well.
Well,
Yeah.
he played for the Wizards for a little bit. He like came out of
I was going to say
retirement.
the first time or the second time?
Yeah, exactly.
He
Yeah,
retired twice.
I don't even know if I count that when he did that. It was kind of sad, honestly, watching him out there. But my son was wearing the Jumpman? I guess that's Jordan's brand, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he had the shirt on the other day. I'm like, do you know who that is? And he's 7 years old, and he's like, no. He's like, it's a basketball guy. I was like, no, that's the basketball guy. And
I know my son has a hat.
yeah,
And
it's like,
I'm sure he has.
doesn't
no
even
clue.
know it. So
No,
we're gonna have to show him. We're gonna have to get out like some of those dunk videos and stuff and show him.
that's a good idea. I think I'll do that tonight.
I still think he's the greatest. Love Jordan.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, come on.
And
Keelan,
that's our
Jordan.
sports
Of
segment
course,
for
you
the
can
day.
just show them Space Jam, man.
Space
Just have
Jam.
them watch Space Jam.
Actually, that's a really good idea.
They'll be into it.
He'll be like, I learned how to play basketball from the Looney Tunes. Space Jam. That's a really good point. But anyway, we're gonna have a call-in guest in a few minutes. As soon as they get a chance to call us, Eric Pyburn. I don't know if you guys remember last week at the end of the show, I made a plea to the community to donate to Eric Pyburn. He's an incredible young man suffering a horrible disease where he needs a double lung and heart transplant. They won't put him on the list, even though I think he's turning 9 or 10 right now. Horrible that I can't remember the exact age, but long story short, we didn't think he'd be making it to this next birthday party. We had a huge birthday party for him. The community did at Old McMickey's Farm last year.
That's actually a pretty cool place.
Amazing
We
place.
went there for a couple of birthday parties.
Yeah, if you've never been there, I mean, it's a farm. It's got slides. It's on a lake. All kinds of animals for kids. But Eric, on his bucket list, wanted to have a big birthday party. Before inevitably he may not make it, and we threw a massive, and not just me, a bunch of companies pitched in together, threw a massive party, hundreds of people. He likes Star Wars, and the people from Orlando sent every single Star Wars character there was.
Wow.
And it was amazing. They're all in full garb. I mean, full, Hollywood makeup. And
It's
they
a good
did.
thing it's winter.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
That is so
kinda.
cool of them.
And what they did was a huge fight, with the lightsabers and stuff like that, to the music and everything. And I mean, these guys were spinning these things around
Wow.
like ninjas, clanking them together. And they did this 3 times throughout the party. Different groups were fighting Obi-Wan versus whoever and all that. So maybe it's not Obi-Wan. I'm a little old. Whatever. But anyway, it was awesome.
That was
this
really
year,
cool that they did that.
yeah, there's going to be a hot air balloon, tethered, of course, but a hot air balloon where kids can take rides, more characters, all kinds of
It
sponsors.
said over 100 characters.
Over 100 characters.
Wow.
I mean,
Now they're going to be authentic, or is it just?
they were pretty authentic.
That's awesome.
Every costume I saw there, I mean, they had stormtroopers that it looked pretty legit. Like I was going to try and shoot him with my 45 just to see if it deflected it. But it looked legit. It really, really did. And hopefully he'll be on the show in just a minute. He's an amazing young boy. His birthday party is not this Sunday, today, if you're listening on Sunday morning. It is on February 24th, I believe. I'm going to double check on my calendar really quick right now. Let's see. Actually, it's the 26th, February 26th at Old McMickey's Farm. You can go to ericsevent.com or look up Eric Pyburn, P-I-B-U-R-N, on Facebook. ericsevent.com. Donate even if you can't go to the party. Buy a ticket even if you can't go. I promise you won't regret it. So going into some local news. We checked in some things this morning in our meeting. It looks like we've got Rick Scott here. I was reading about this job initiative.
Yeah, Enterprise Florida and Visit Florida. 9 House Republicans voted to kill both agencies last week. So,
I don't know.
big time disappointment for a lot of people.
Yeah, I mean, even Doug, you brought up a good. I mean, they called it corporate welfare, but you brought up a point that we see this. What is New York's running this huge advertising campaign?
Yeah,
right
so
now?
I mean, if you see commercials, and it's all about bringing big business to New York. So I guess they're talking about tax incentives and things like that. But the thing is, like Tampa, as we talked about, Tampa has no real industry.
Right.
No.
I mean, you go to downtown Tampa, and I've never seen a downtown that's dead after 5.
Right. That's a very good
I
point.
mean, it's.
We even have the port. We have a huge port over here.
Well, that's what scares me is, you have Vinnick trying to make downtown like a place to be, but how can you do that when there's no jobs there?
That's a great point. So the question is, I'm sad that it got squashed as well, but I'm wondering, how are you supposed to get industry into your state without
Incentives.
some sort of incentive?
And that's what
right?
that's what these guys were up to. They go in and they recruit businesses. They try to give incentives to different companies like Tesla. Tesla
Yeah.
had tons of incentives to build their Gigafactory. I mean, billions of dollars in incentives, in fact, to build that factory. But look at what it's bringing to the state.
Yeah.
And New York, I think you mentioned it.
Doing the same thing.
Yeah, the state of New York is really big right now with these types of initiatives, and so Florida, is probably going to fall back a bit on that. That's pretty disappointing.
Yeah, I don't see that as corporate welfare by any means. It
No,
doesn't seem-
that's competitiveness. That's just
Right.
competing with what other states are already doing.
Well, I think a lot of people, because there's so many people moving into Florida, and by and large, more people want to just come to Florida because it's hot during the winter. So maybe they think that we just are getting natural tourism that we don't really need.
Yeah, and
we need some
exactly.
industry.
And that's the problem.
That is the problem.
We
We
don't
can't
have
just rely.
industry.
We can't just rely on service sector jobs like my company, Tampa Bay
Correct.
Plumbers. We go out and fix stuff that's broken. We need people. We need companies to come here that are manufacturing goods. We need companies like tech companies to
Right.
come here and start creating high tech jobs.
I
high
know
paying,
you've
high
had.
tech
I think
jobs.
there's local municipalities that have done things. I think Oldsmar is being one. Have you seen what they've done to Oldsmar as far
Yeah.
as they brought in a lot of restaurants, but also there's a lot of big industry in Oldsmar.
Lockheed Martin.
Well, not. I think there's some other ones. If you go down in those back streets, there's some big offices back there that they've personally given incentives to bring them into the Oldsmar area.
Yeah, and that's a great idea. What else are you going to do? How else are you going to get them in?
Correct.
Hey, guys, we've got Erica and Danielle holding right now. I'm going to bring him on. We got a couple minutes left in the segment. Say hi, and then we can jump back on the business. It's Randy on with him? Okay, it's Randy and Eric. Okay, Randy is Eric's father. We'll put him on.
Mother.
Mother. I'm sorry about that. Shame on me, Randy. How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing great. It's great to hear your voice again. How's Eric doing?
He's doing great. I'm trying to get him to be quiet, though, because he's playing. Eric. He's
Oh, I
always
love
playing
it.
with those trucks and cars.
That's right. He's got his
Nice.
Lightning McQueen. I know he's got that truck he's got. So, Eric, you want to say hi to everybody?
Yeah, come here. Let me get him. Come here, Eric. I'm going to put you on speakerphone so you can say hi. He's got his Mack truck on the floor, so hold on.
Yeah, no problem.
He's got priorities.
Hi, Frank.
Hey, Eric, how are you doing, man?
Long time no see.
Yeah, it's been about a week, right?
Yeah.
Are you excited for your birthday party coming up? All right. Now, hey, where are we going to have the party?
On Mickey's farm.
Yeah, Old McMickey's farm.
Nice.
That's gonna be. Who's going to come? Do you have any idea who are the surprise people coming?
Don't know.
Oh, that's why it's a surprise, right?
Yeah, he might
Spider-Man.
maybe Spider-Man. He might remember some of the people that came last year, but there were so many.
Yeah.
I have trouble with memory.
He has trouble remembering it all, but I think there might be a couple extra surprises that he doesn't know about.
Yeah, I heard there's going to be.
What's his favorite character nowadays?
Who's your favorite character right now?
Spider-Man.
Ah,
Spider-Man. Oh, Eric, man.
I'm sure he'll be there.
I have a feeling he's going to be there, Eric.
I think so. Yeah, he can't see you. It's not video, bud.
Well, you guys can watch us at 12:30 on our YouTube channel on Friday. And you can listen to it again, Eric. And, of course, we're going to be on the radio on Sunday morning, so you'll be able to listen to yourself again. And we're going to try and have you on next week as well. We're encouraging everybody in Tampa to come to your birthday party. It's ericsevent.com. Eric Pyburn, again, ericsevent.com. Is that awesome, Eric?
Everybody come.
Everybody come.
Yes, Eric. So you're inviting all of Tampa, right?
Yeah.
All right,
All
man.
of Florida.
All of Florida?
Oh,
Heck,
wow.
we got friends in Orlando. We got friends everywhere. They can come from all over the place if they want to drive in for the day.
Absolutely, guys. Well, don't forget it. Old McMickey's Farm. You can meet Eric in person. Eric's going to be playing with the trucks. We're going to have lots of surprise guests. Spider-Man's going to be there. It is going to be a great time.
Lots of presents.
Lots of presents. Hey, what's a birthday for besides presents, right, Eric?
Yeah, you can't ask a 10-year-old to say make a donation to the charities that he's fighting. It just doesn't work.
No, not at all. Matter of fact, stay on the line with us. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back and say hi to you guys for one more minute. Just give me a second. You're listening to the Business Happy Hour on 970 WeBeam TV and, of course, our YouTube, tbhh.tv. We'll be back in a minute.
Hi, I'm Ryan with Tampa Bay Plumbers. Thank you for choosing us for all of your plumbing, septic, and water treatment needs. What makes us different at Tampa Bay Plumbers is that we're a local full-service plumbing contractor that can handle any project large or small, including curtain-place pipelining, septic installations, and various water treatment products. You can find us at tampaplumber.net or 24/7 by phone at 813-PLUMBER. Thank you, and we look forward to working with you. This is Ryan with Tampa Bay Plumbers. At some point, we've all had to have a drain line snaked out. This typically involves running a steel cable through the drain line in an effort to clear a blockage. This often leaves a film of scale or buildup on the inside of the pipe with a hole in the middle. The only way to properly descale a drain line is to perform a hydrojet service. We use equipment that essentially pressure washes the inside of the pipe, leaving your drain lines free and clear. The two symptoms of a sewer backup are foul odors and slow-moving drains. If you are experiencing either of these, contact us at tampaplumber.net or 813-PLUMBER. My name is Ryan, and I am the production manager for Tampa Bay Plumbers, your one-stop shop for all of your plumbing and septic needs. We pride ourselves on building the reputation as the best plumbing and septic company in the Tampa Bay area. But don't take it from me. Look us up on Google and you will see that we have a 4.8 star rating with over 100 reviews. We also have multiple awards and recognition from multiple online review sites such as Angie's List, Yelp, and Facebook. We do everything plumbing and septic, from residential to commercial, new construction to service. You can find us at tampaplumber.net or call us at 813-PLUMBER. I'm Ryan with Tampa Bay Plumbers. As a plumbing and septic company with over 100 years of combined experience, we know how frustrating a sewer backup can be. That is why we pride ourselves on being able to identify the cause of a problem before a backup ever happens. One of the tools we use to identify a problem in the sewer system is a video inspection camera. This camera runs through the drain line and is able to identify and locate any problems in the sewer system on a live feed. We then take that information from the live feed and are able to provide a recommendation on how to best fix the problem, oftentimes without the use of any excavation. If you are experiencing any problems with your sewer system, you can find us at tampaplumber.net or call us at 813-PLUMBER.
Hi, I'm Ryan with Tampa Bay Plumbers, and welcome to our website. So what's different about Tampa Bay Plumbers? Everything is different about us. Our company does literally everything that involves plumbing, water, drainage, sewer, septic. We handle it from A to Z, which is completely different than just about every company in town. If you call a plumber, they don't do septic necessarily. Definitely if you call a septic contractor, they don't do plumbing. In addition to doing a very wide scope of services, we do them extremely well. And the reason why is our process and our people. We have spent many years perfecting our craft, and we've also spent many years finding the best people to operate our system. And we have by far the best plumbers in town. I will put my guys up against any companies, anywhere, anytime, any place. And that's just evidence in the type of quality work that we put out. Go online, look at our reviews on Google, look at our reviews on Angie's List. No one else is as highly rated as us unless they're putting bogus reviews up. But our company takes a lot of pride in what we do on a daily basis, and we hope that you give us a chance. Again, I'm Ryan with Tampa Bay Plumbers. Thanks a lot for visiting our site.
Everyone has a bank, but you definitely need a Frank. Lincoln Lending Group specializes in mortgages that banks won't touch, like loans for people with 1 day out of foreclosure, bankruptcy, and short sale. Call Frank today at 813-MORTGAGE, and remember, you drop the E and he drops the fee. Call Ryan at 813-PLUMBER for the most reliable professional plumber in town. Tampa Bay Plumbers is available day and night for your emergency plumbing needs. Find them on the web at tampaplumber.net and get a coupon for service. Do you have a roof leak but no one to trust? You need to call Doug with Suncoast Roofing Solutions at 888-888-ROOF, where honesty, integrity, and craftsmanship come first. Find them on the web at suncoastroofingsolutions.com. And now, your host of the Business Happy Hour, Frank Cottle.
Hey, Tampa, welcome back to the Business Happy Hour. We were just talking with Randy and Eric Pyburn, talking about ericsevent.com, his big birthday party coming up on the 26th on Sunday at Old McMickey's Farm. Eric, are you still there?
He's here. Hold on. Hello.
I didn't want to rush you away, man, so I tell you, I cannot wait to come to your birthday party. Is there anything else that you want to say to everybody live on the radio right now?
Well, it's going to be one terrific party like last year's, and I'm going to bring my mat truck as always. I never bought it last time, but I'm going to bring it this time. It comes with a Lightning McQueen. Come celebrate, and you can't judge presents.
Hey, you guys, if you want to bring Eric a present, bring him a present. You guys can also donate, of course, at ericsevent.com. Please do that, even if you can't come to the party. Eric would love it if you buy a ticket. There's going to be tons of kids. My kids will be there. Ryan's kids will be there. Doug's kids are going to be there. Keelan's coming. Who knows? Keelan will probably come.
I'm not scared to
Do you
come.
even have kids?
No, I don't have kids.
Keelan's going to find kids before the party, and he's going to bring them.
I'm going to rent some kids and bring them.
He's going to rent a kid and bring him to Eric's party. You hear that, Eric? We're going to have so many kids there, so many surprises for you. It's going to be so much fun, man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much, guys, for coming. We'll make sure we get the word out throughout the rest of the show so everybody shows up, and we'll have you on next week as well. Again, guys, ericsevent.com. Eric, it's great talking to you, man. Have a great day.
Thanks for having us on.
No problem, Randy. Bye, guys.
Wow, what a cute kid.
Oh, that kid's amazing. Amazing. Get on the
What
web.
a happy kid.
Yeah.
Happier than you could imagine. I mean, we put him in front of a room of 200 realtors a couple weeks ago. And, I mean, I'm telling you, first of all, there wasn't a dry eye in the room. That guy just gets up there and he talks, and he's talking about his party and what's going to happen, and this is what we're going to do. And, you know, it's crazy because, you know,
Yeah.
I don't know if he, you know, grasps everything that's going on, but I tell you, everybody else did.
That's really cool, though. It's really good that you guys did that and that you're doing this.
Absolutely.
This event's going to be great.
Absolutely. That's the greatest thing we could do. So going off of something real special and wonderful about that, I want to jump right back in real quick to what we were talking about the jobs in the industry. You know, the one thing Tampa does have is restaurants.
Yeah.
Doug, you were
absolutely.
saying, Doug, what is it, the corridor between
Yeah, I think
Bush?
it's like Ehrlich and Bush. It's actually the proving ground for most restaurants in the United States.
Right. If they make it here.
Yeah, if they can make it in that area, which there's a ton of restaurants there. So
Right.
if you can make it in that area, you're going to make it anywhere.
That's right on Dale Mabry, basically.
Correct.
We're talking about that strip of restaurants. You know, it's where Outback got started here in Tampa. A lot of people
There's
don't know
actually
that.
a lot of big chains that have been started in this area. But yeah, Outback, I mean, Bob, Chris Sullivan and those guys.
Chris and Bob, yeah.
Well, restaurants are great, but we need to
Industry.
feed the machine. you
yes,
know?
not just feed our bellies.
Exactly.
I mean, the sad part, you go to Orlando, there's industry there. You go to
Mm-hmm.
Miami, there's industry there. You go to, I mean, even I think Tallahassee has industry, whereas Tampa just really hasn't. Even Jacksonville.
Maybe we should put some of those ads out, you know, start putting them out in the Midwest and out West. Who knows? Get some people over here, get some industry over
I mean,
here.
who doesn't want to live in Florida in comparison to the rest of the United States? I mean, it's.
Tell you.
Well, you
Like,
think that Google and Apple and some of the big tech companies
Well,
would want
I
to
think
open
they're
up
here.
offices
I
over
think
here.
I think they do, but they're very small satellite offices.
Right, yeah, I know. They should plow some real resources.
But look
in
where
over here.
Google is. I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah, I know, but with the housing, I think what's the average housing value over
Oh.
there is like $1.2 million. Other people could
Palo
be.
Alto right now in Mountain View is ridiculous.
Yeah, so they get a lot more bang for their buck.
Yeah, yeah. But that's industry. There's no question. We need industry here in Tampa. Maybe less breweries. Just 8-1 Bay. That's all we need, right? 8-1
They're
Bay.
popping up, that's for sure.
Man, speaking of, we might as well. I mean, we're going to jump in 8-1 Bay in a minute, but I've got a couple beers sitting right here in front of me.
Yeah,
I should probably at least have a sip of one right now.
I
right?
have been now.
Oh, you already have been?
Yeah, I won't lie.
All right, well, let's talk about one of them real quick before we go into national. Which one should we do? The IPL? What are you drinking, Ryan?
I don't know. It's the
Is
darker
it
of the
darker
two?
one? All right, we'll start with the darker one. The black lager.
Yeah.
Keelan, tell us about the black lager.
It's very similar to our lightning lager. It's just used with we brew it with a darker malt. But it's a very easy drinking lager. You know, not a very high ABV on it. I believe it's a 3.7 ABV.
Oh, so I can drink like 40 of these.
You can drink
What-
like
what's
40 of those.
ABV?
Alcohol by volume.
Oh, okay.
It's what you tell the officer when he pulls you over. These were very low in ABV.
I only had 5 beers, officer, but they were weak.
They were very weak beers.
They have the BAL, we have the ABV.
Well, to put it in perspective, isn't like Bud Light like 3.2?
No, actually Bud Light's like 4.2.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah.
I was about to say.
So those are even a little bit lighter than Bud Light is.
Which is
Okay.
funny because it's a dark beer, and that's not normally the case, right?
Yeah,
not
that's kind of what people think. I mean, reality is like Guinness. What people think is really like a heavier, darker. It's not. It's a really light beer.
Really?
Yeah, with a lower ABV than a Bud Light.
What? It's like 3 something in a
Yeah,
Guinness?
I believe it's like high 3s, something like that.
My God, I
Yeah.
just learned something today. And I
Yeah.
thought I was like a beer expert over
We just
here.
got taken to school.
I did. Man, where's the bus? God. Lord. So the darker the beer has nothing to do with the alcohol
No.
content. It has nothing to do with how heavy it is either.
I mean, it definitely has mouthfeel and body to it. The
Sure.
darker beers seem to have a little bit more of that. But as far as alcohol concerned, no. The darker the beer, it doesn't be darker, lighter. Doesn't matter.
Oh, darker the beer, sweeter
So
the
I
juice.
want to know what my 13-year Willet is ABV wise.
The-
Bourbon.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't.
I mean, it's like 132 proof, and I think like 56% alcohol. So what would that?
So is that
is
how
it
they do that
different?
with
Is it
liquor, or
different
is it
for?
different?
Is it different for alcohol as for beers?
I believe it's different for
Okay.
liquor. Yeah, I believe it's different for liquor. But
Same principle, though. It's got to be, right? Alcohol by volume, percentage of alcohol.
Yeah.
You
That's
know.
what you would think. So and you didn't bring that in. You were supposed to bring that in.
I know.
today.
I forgot. I left the house and I was
Probably
driving
sitting
down
here realizes it when Keelan walks in with all his beer.
It's all good.
Oh man, no,
yeah,
it's
he
not.
said that earlier.
Well, considering what day it is, it's not really.
That's true. All right. Bring it in next week. Next week
Yes.
it'll be we'll
Yes.
be we'll be live in studio next Friday. And don't forget, you guys got to catch us on YouTube. Just Google the Business Happy Hour. Go to YouTube and type in Business Happy Hour. You can watch all of our shows. Gary's over here tagging them, so you know what show we are, what episode we are. You can choose if you want to see Keelan or if you want to, look at Eric or talk to Ryan. When I wasn't here that day, you can see Ryan for an hour straight, doing 5 segments. It was a great show. We'll play that one day for you.
Man, the Dow is up again today, almost 20,600, 20,586.
That is incredible. So we're gonna go into this national stuff and go into the Dow and talk a little bit about Trump and this Flynn resignation and Netanyahu and all that in just a minute. We got to take a break. You're listening to the Business Happy Hour, tbhh.tv. see us on YouTube, The Business Happy Hour, or 9:70 a.m. We'll be back in just a minute.
Hi, I'm Ryan with Tampa Bay Plumbers. Thank you for choosing us for all of your plumbing, septic, and water treatment needs. What makes us different at Tampa Bay Plumbers is that we're a local full-service plumbing contractor that can handle any project, large or small, including curtain-place pipelining, septic installations, and various water treatment products. You can find us at tampaplumber.net or 24/7 by phone at 813-PLUMBER. Thank you, and we look forward to working with you. This is Ryan with Tampa Bay Plumbers. At some point, we've all had to have a drain line snaked out. This typically involves running a steel cable through the drain line in an effort to clear a blockage. This often leaves a film of scale or buildup on the inside of the pipe with a hole in the middle. The only way to properly descale a drain line is to perform a hydrojet service. We use equipment that essentially pressure washes the inside of the pipe, leaving your drain lines free and clear. The two symptoms of a sewer backup are foul odors and slow-moving drains. If you are experiencing either of these, contact us at tampaplumber.net or 813-PLUMBER. My name is Ryan, and I am the production manager for Tampa Bay Plumbers, your one-stop shop for all of your plumbing and septic needs. We pride ourselves on building the reputation as the best plumbing and septic company in the Tampa Bay area. But don't take it from me. Look us up on Google and you will see that we have a 4.8 star rating with over 100 reviews. We also have multiple awards and recognition from multiple online review sites such as Angie's List, Yelp, and Facebook. We do everything plumbing and septic, from residential to commercial, new construction to service. You can find us at tampaplumber.net or call us at 813-PLUMBER. I'm Ryan with Tampa Bay Plumbers. As a plumbing and septic company with over 100 years of combined experience, we know how frustrating a sewer backup can be. That is why we pride ourselves on being able to identify the cause of a problem before a backup ever happens. One of the tools we use to identify a problem in the sewer system is a video inspection camera. This camera runs through the drain line and is able to identify and locate any problems in the sewer system on a live feed. We then take that information from the live feed and are able to provide a recommendation on how to best fix the problem, oftentimes without the use of any excavation. If you are experiencing any problems with your sewer system, you can find us at tampaplumber.net or call us at 813-PLUMBER.
Hi, I'm Ryan with Tampa Bay Plumbers, and welcome to our website. So what's different about Tampa Bay Plumbers? Everything is different about us. Our company does literally everything that involves plumbing, water, drainage, sewer, septic. We handle it from A to Z, which is completely different than just about every company in town. If you call a plumber, they don't do septic necessarily. Definitely if you call a septic contractor, they don't do plumbing. In addition to doing a very wide scope of services, we do them extremely well. And the reason why is our process and our people. We have spent many years perfecting our craft, and we've also spent many years finding the best people to operate our system. And we have by far the best plumbers in town. I will put my guys up against any companies, anywhere, anytime, any place. And that's just evidence in the type of quality work that we put out. Go online, look at our reviews on Google, look at our reviews on Angie's List. No one else is as highly rated as us unless they're putting bogus reviews up. But our company takes a lot of pride in what we do on a daily basis, and we hope that you give us a chance. Again, I'm Ryan with Tampa Bay Plumbers. Thanks a lot for visiting our site.
Everyone has a bank, But you definitely need a Frank. Lincoln Lending Group specializes in mortgages that banks won't touch, like loans for people with 1 day out of foreclosure, bankruptcy, and short sale. Call Frank today at 813-MORTGAGE, and remember, you drop the E and he drops the fee. Call Ryan at 813-PLUMBER for the most reliable professional plumber in town. Tampa Bay Plumbers is available day and night for your emergency plumbing needs. Find them on the web at tampaplumber.net and get a coupon for service. Do you have a roof leak but no one to trust? You need to call Doug with Suncoast Roofing Solutions at 888-888-ROOF, where honesty, integrity, and craftsmanship come first. Find them on the web at suncoastroofingsolutions.com. And now, your host of the Business Happy Hour, Frank Cottle.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Business Happy Hour. Glad you're listening. In studio with 81 Bay Brewing right here in Tampa. We've got Keelan. We're going to be talking a lot about beer here towards the end of this segment, probably going into the last one as well. We just had a sip of this black lager, which I learned it's not super strong or dark. So, you know, we can have 33, 34 of them, something like that. But anyway, you can find them online at 81 Bay Brew Co., 81baybrewco.com. And they are across from the Hooters on Gandy. So if you don't, if you know where Hooters, I mean, you should know where every Hooters is. Basically, if you're a guy, there's like 3 of them around here. So find the Hooters on Gandy right across the street in the back of the plaza. Can't miss it. It's a huge, beautiful brewery where you brew a lot of your beer in-house as well. Yep. All your beer.
Yep, all of our beer.
All the beer. Mm-hmm. So jump into this national stuff right now. Wow, I don't even know where to start. Let's start with the easy stuff. Oh no, let's start with where you were, Ryan. I don't want to cut you off.
Yeah,
we were talking about the market.
Yeah, but it's funny because a lot of the same people that were so down on Trump being elected with regards to the stock market, and there are a lot of Wall Street folks that were really down on Trump. Well, Wall Street's definitely benefited huge since Trump's taken office. $280 billion is the market cap appreciation of the 6 largest banks since November 8th.
Wow.
$280 billion. Now, the reason why
in just a couple months?
In just a couple months, the 6 largest banks, their market caps have increased by $280 billion. And that's due primarily to less regulation, the thought of less regulation with, Dodd-Frank, lower taxes. Obviously, when you lower taxes, your earnings after taxes go up, and higher interest rates. So banks benefit from higher interest rates. So those 3 reasons, I mean, the bank stocks have done incredibly well. I'm personally all for less regulation on the banks.
Yes.
Provided that we stop bailing them out.
Yeah, there's a ton of naysayers about the Dodd-Frank, but I mean, as we're all small business owners, we know that it prohibits us from growing as a company.
It kills you.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't realize that. There's your average American just sees, less regulations. They don't really understand the true meaning behind it.
Right.
It's and I think Ryan brought up a great point. I guess I'll let you tell it.
Well, I just think that for me, I see no reason to regulate the banks at all. I think that the banks should be let alone to do their own business, with the caveat that taxpayers will never bail them out.
Yeah, exactly.
Go ahead and make all your bad decisions. The banks that want to grow slowly and strongly are going to be the ones that are going to buy all those assets out when the banks that make all the risky loans fall apart. And we need to let recessions happen.
Yep.
The recession is not a bad thing. That stabilizes the market. It gets rid of the weaker, bad investments.
Correct.
And the stronger companies will prevail.
I totally agree. I mean, that's the thing but they have to say no bailouts. That's the problem. Is all these banks knew they would get bailed out.
They knew it, and they made risky investments.
Yep.
And they were very greedy.
So have you guys seen The Big Short?
I have.
Okay, so The Big Short. So if you're listening now and you haven't seen it, what we're about to talk about is going to make a lot more sense if you go watch The Big Short. To come from obviously a banker's standpoint on this, regulation, it maybe was necessary at a point because we let things get to a point where we didn't have any oversight. It wasn't just the banks offering the products. Okay, there was lies on the other end. They were giving loans to people that were extremely risky, but that itself is not the problem. Ryan's idea would solve that in one shot. If the government will agree not to bail out banks, we live in a capitalistic society. A lot of the banks who failed would have, and a lot of them did, get bought out by larger banks and larger institutions.
Right.
The economy will recover on its own. If we don't give them a path, they'll make good financial decisions. Now, Dodd-Frank, okay, if you don't know what it is, it put unnecessarily strict regulations on the banking industry. It'd be like somebody coming into Ryan's shop and saying, "Hey, Ryan, listen, we can't let you sell these fittings anymore. These fittings aren't as good, even though you think they're better. You know, we're going to totally tell you have to sell something totally different to your client. And if you try to sell it, you're going to break the law." Well, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. You're the professional. You know that if you sell something bad for your clients, it could eventually put you out of business.
Right,
Okay?
exactly.
So you're going to make a good decision. Well, the Dodd-Frank, I'm going to give you a quick example. Guys sitting in this room, we're all self-employed right here, okay? We pay our bills, okay? We've got great credit scores, but we own businesses like tons of our listeners. And, you know, you may do really well, but, you know, you may use tax loopholes, or you may not have to report everything, or you don't report all your expense. So even though your company makes $1 million a year on taxes, you only make 100,000, 200,000, something like that. Well, there used to be programs called stated income loan programs to where people with very good credit did not have to prove their income. They could state what their income is, and you were a good risk to the bank because otherwise you've proven your financial responsibility and you're a business owner and they understand, you know, tax law and whatnot. They got rid of those programs. So I believe those programs, we deserve to have them. Certain people deserve those programs. If you're financially responsible and you've proven it, then you should be able to have these programs available to you. And another thing is interest-only loans. Yeah, they're not great, but you know, why does the government have to tell a bank what they should do? We need to open up some of this regulation and you know, let it fall on the banks if they screw up.
Yeah, exactly. It's like they want to tell the banks what they can do because here's what they're going to get with this. If you guys ever run into trouble, here's your safety net, and you know, don't worry about a thing.
But
I don't have a safety net on my company.
You know, a bank shouldn't have, honestly, interest-only product because you're now letting consumer make that decision, and consumer has no skin. As talking about no skin in the game, they don't even own it. They're going to bail on it.
Well, okay, so that's very great point. Skin in the game. That's the one thing that we have to make sure that people have. Okay, we can't give 100% loans with no income verification.
So if you're going to do an interest only, you have to have put 20, 30% down.
Shouldn't that be the discretion of the lender, though? Like, if it's my money.
I get it's your money, but if you're buying something with no money down and you're getting interest only, what do you...
My point is, though, that those loans would be very rare because most lenders aren't that stupid.
But that wasn't very rare in 2005, 2006, 2007.
Because they knew they would get bailed out.
Agreed.
And The Big Short, and then going back to your point about The Big Short, that's one of the central themes in there at the end.
Bingo.
You realize that.
But they were just giving everyone loans.
Knew. Well, the banks
were lying.
Not only that, but then they were repackaging them and selling mortgage-backed securities,
and then there was
derivatives that were sold on top of that, betting against those mortgage-backed securities to fail. And so, while the original value of the mortgages were, say, $50 million, there could be $1 billion in derivatives that were placed as bets after the fact.
Right, and that was the security, was this pool of bad mortgages. The problem is, the reason that everything failed is because they lied.
Well, yeah, they claimed it was AAA. They claimed the borrowers had X number of, good credit and this and that. Right. They were loaning to anybody. It was a bum on the street getting a house.
Exactly. It was complete lies, the entire thing. And if... I see how government comes in and says, "Oh, we got to stop the lies," things like that.
The rating engines, they should focus on the rating industries.
Oh,
sure.
That makes if
oh, you remember that part of the movie when he went to the rating industry and he's like
Moody's, all these, Standard & Poor's, all these guys. If you ask me, my opinion, I mean, if they're going to be paid by the banks, which that's kind of weird.
It's a little shady.
That's a little shady, but if they're going to be paid by the banks, they're the ones that should be regulated, in my opinion.
Sure.
The rating agencies. Yeah. That way the consumer knows what they're buying.
That's a great point. I still think your idea about having the government sign something saying that you will not bail them out anymore, I think it will change the way people run businesses.
That'd be huge.
They'd have to huge. They'd have to run their businesses just like all four of us in this room run our businesses.
Yep.
We can't make mistakes that are going to put us out of business. When you have somebody that's if you got your mom that's gonna bail you out, just like when you're a teenager, right?
Nobody's bailing any of y'all out if you make bad mistakes,
No,
right?
no, I don't get my mom to bail me out on that. No. Well, actually, maybe Kathy. You guys know my mom; she'll probably bail me out.
Your mom will laugh at you.
Yeah, and then bail me out. No, but yeah, that's great, Frank. Be in support of getting rid of Dodd-Frank, guys. It's good for all businesses, all industry.
And that's when Trump said it. Actually, his main thing was, and this is where people took it the wrong way.
Right.
Oh, Trump's only helping his friends.
No,
but the way he put it is that, look, I have friends that own small businesses that are being crippled by this act.
Bingo. Okay, you brought that up. So I'm a small mortgage company.
Yep.
Okay, I'm no Bank of America by any means, guys. It's obviously why I can get better deals. But this has crippled us when it first happened because I have to follow the same regulations
that a huge bank,
as $1 billion bank does.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. How am I supposed to put staff in place with the same regs as $1 billion bank?
I couldn't get financing. Not financing. I couldn't even get a line of credit for almost 6 years
because of this. Right.
So by what Frank just said, the Dodd-Frank unfairly punishes the small business owners.
Yes.
Because they don't have the resources necessarily to comply.
Correct.
That's 100% right. So I mean, think about it. It's not really. Yeah, the big boys are going to benefit, but the little guys are really going to benefit. It puts us back on an even playing field.
And that's where your average American just doesn't understand it, and they're just listening to media, go on how bad it is. They don't. They're an employee of somebody that's making the decisions. So they really don't understand the regulations that are going through it and why it cripples the company.
Exactly. So support the repeal of Dodd-Frank. The market's killing it. Kim Jong-un's half-brother, Kim Jong-un, half-brother was assassinated in Malaysia airport. That's a crazy one. We got 30 seconds. He was poisoned. So,
I don't think we should spend much more than 30 seconds on it anyway.
That's enough.
But hey,
I think we're done.
Yeah. So actually, I was going to applaud it or something like that. I can't seem to find an applaud sound right now, but it sounds like it wasn't so much of a loss. All right. So anyway, coming back in our last segment, we're going to focus on beer and 81 Bay Brewing. I think we're pretty much done with the news. Maybe one more thing. You're listening to the Business Happy Hour on 970 WeBeam TV and YouTube. Find us on the Business Happy Hour. Just hit it on YouTube and watch our past shows. We'll be back in a minute.
Hi, I'm Ryan with Tampa Bay Plumbers. Thank you for choosing us for all of your plumbing, septic, and water treatment needs. What makes us different at Tampa Bay Plumbers is that we're a local full-service plumbing contractor that can handle any project large or small, including cured-in-place pipelining, septic installations, and various water treatment products. You can find us at tampaplumber.net or 24/7 by phone at 813-PLUMBER. Thank you, and we look forward to working with you. This is Ryan with Tampa Bay Plumbers. At some point, we've all had to have a drain line snaked out. This typically involves running a steel cable through the drain line in an effort to clear a blockage. This often leaves a film of scale or buildup on the inside of the pipe with a hole in the middle. The only way to properly descale a drain line is to perform a hydrojet service. We use equipment that essentially pressure washes the inside of the pipe, leaving your drain lines free and clear. The two symptoms of a sewer backup are foul odors and slow-moving drains. If you are experiencing either of these, contact us at tampaplumber.net or 813-PLUMBER. My name is Ryan, and I'm the production manager for Tampa Bay Plumbers, your one-stop shop for all of your plumbing and septic needs. We pride ourselves on building the reputation as the best plumbing and septic company in the Tampa Bay area. But don't take it from me. Look us up on Google and you will see that we have a 4.8 star rating with over 100 reviews. We also have multiple awards and recognition from multiple online review sites such as Angie's List, Yelp, and Facebook. We do everything plumbing and septic, from residential to commercial, new construction to service. You can find us at tampaplumber.net or call us at 813-PLUMBER. I'm Ryan with Tampa Bay Plumbers. As a plumbing and septic company with over 100 years of combined experience, we know how frustrating a sewer backup can be. That is why we pride ourselves on being able to identify the cause of a problem before a backup ever happens. One of the tools we use to identify a problem in the sewer system is a video inspection camera. This camera runs through the drain line and is able to identify and locate any problems in the sewer system on a live feed. We then take that information from the live feed and are able to provide a recommendation on how to best fix the problem, oftentimes without the use of any excavation. If you are experiencing any problems with your sewer system, you can find us at tampaplumber.net or call us at 813-PLUMBER.
Hi, I'm Ryan with Tampa Bay Plumbers, and welcome to our website. So what's different about Tampa Bay Plumbers? Everything is different about us. Our company does literally everything that involves plumbing, water, drainage, sewer, septic. We handle it from A to Z, which is completely different than just about every company in town. If you call a plumber, they don't do septic necessarily. Definitely if you call a septic contractor, they don't do plumbing. In addition to doing a very wide scope of services, we do them extremely well. And the reason why is our process and our people. We have spent many years perfecting our craft, and we've also spent many years finding the best people to operate our system. And we have by far the best plumbers in town. I will put my guys up against any companies, anywhere, anytime, any place. And that's just evidence in the type of quality work that we put out. Go online, look at our reviews on Google, look at our reviews on Angie's List. No one else is as highly rated as us unless they're putting bogus reviews up. But our company takes a lot of pride in what we do on a daily basis, and we hope that you give us a chance. Again, I'm Ryan with Tampa Bay Plumbers. Thanks a lot for visiting our site.
Everyone has a bank, but you definitely need a Frank. Lincoln Lending Group specializes in mortgages that banks won't touch, like loans for people with 1 day out of foreclosure, bankruptcy, and short sale. Call Frank today at 813-MORTGAGE, and remember, you drop the E and he drops the fee. Call Ryan at 813-PLUMBER for the most reliable professional plumber in town. Tampa Bay Plumbers is available day and night for your emergency plumbing needs. Find them on the web at tampaplumber.net and get a coupon for service. Do you have a roof leak but no one to trust? You need to call Doug with Suncoast Roofing Solutions at 888-888-ROOF, where honesty, integrity, and craftsmanship come first. Find them on the web at suncoastroofingsolutions.com. And now, your host of the Business Happy Hour, Frank Cottle.
Welcome back, Tampa Bay. Listen to the Business Happy Hour. I've got two really quick things before we get all crazy on beer real quick here. Did you guys hear about the dam in Cali?
Oh, my
God. The thing is about to blow, and like 200,000 people. Okay?
It's crazy.
So ironically, like 5 years ago, the water was at an ultimate low level, and they could have fixed it.
For a lot less money.
Yeah, and they decided not to. They wanted to do the high-speed rail. Now they're asking for federal funds.
Now I wonder if everyone can hop on the high-speed rail and get the hell out of there.
Oh, great idea. See?
Oh, wait a minute, it's not built yet.
Oh, man, loss for everybody over there.
So
let's
not
beg
only
for money.
not only do they get more money in welfare, now they're going to take government funds to fix it.
But who brought it up at our meeting was that this is a great negotiating point for Trump.
Yeah.
You know, be like, hey, how about those sanctuary cities? How about that dam? Oh,
Yeah. Oh.
you know.
So you want some federal money?
Oh, I got an idea. Yeah.
So much for you guys seceding from the union, you scumbags.
Oh God, for real. And then
Actually,
what's that? This just in a couple days ago. Flynn resigns. Our national security advisor, Flynn. I love that soundbite. Flynn resigns. Okay, amongst this talk about Russia, but we also hear that the FBI tapped the phone conversation.
or CIA or someone.
CIA, and they weren't supposed to tap the phone conversation. Brings up some security issues, I can think here.
Maybe a few.
Yeah.
You know,
But was he employee or was he not employee of the government at that time frame?
I don't know.
I think that's the whole crux of the situation, though. He was talking to a foreign national when in making deals on the behalf of the United States when he wasn't a public figure at the time, right?
Yeah.
He was just a private. It would be like Frank. It'd be like you call it up.
Putin.
Russia.
I talk to him all the time.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, it's like I don't even know anything. I was trying to say something in Russian, but I don't know anything in Russian.
Neither do I.
Keelan knows Russian. Though.
Not me.
No. Well, what Keelan does know is beer. Now we're into the fun part of the show. One of the other ones he gave us from, remember, 81 Bay Brewing, which is 81baybrewco.com, right across from the Hooters on Gandy, is this IPL. What is an IPL?
It's an India Pale Lager. So that beer was dry hopped. So
Dry hopped.
The hops were added to it after fermentation.
This is an amazing beer.
What is this?
What is it called? Is it called the IPL?
It's actually called Captain Cottle's IPL, which is my last name. They named it after me randomly enough.
It's your beer. It is your beer.
Man, this is damn good.
I told my dad it was named after him because he's a captain over in.
Nice. Make him feel good.
Nice.
You hear that, Dad? It was named after you.
So what's the ABV on this bad boy?
That one's 3.5, I believe. Yeah,
Another one we can drink 33 of.
Yeah.
Nice. Man.
Very
Even Doug,
light.
did you try this one?
No.
God, Doug, come on. This one's actually
Doug
really
doesn't
good.
like beer. Bryant told me before I got it. The guy that sits across from you, he's not going to want it.
He's not going to drink any of your
Sorry.
beer.
It's all good. You're a whiskey guy.
No, but they brought something for him. Didn't they bring something for him one time?
No, I think it was
Somebody else that came in.
They brought like some orange
Yeah.
beer.
Orange beer, yeah.
And I actually think that was like the ABI was like 4.2.
Yeah.
Which
You guys
is-
have some fruity stuff over there, don't you?
Yeah, we have a raspberry beer, raspberry ale.
The only,
does really
I said the
well.
only beer I ever drank, or that's probably not even beer, was like that woodchuck or
It's a cider.
Ciders,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
That's the only thing I've ever drank.
That's not
that
made the
actually-
same, right? A cider isn't made the same as beer, or is it brewed the same as beer?
It's brewed a little differently.
Okay.
Okay, so at our Christmas party that we had at 81 Bay, we had a keg of the Lightning Lager.
Oh, that
That's
stuff's
not
good, too.
this, though.
That is not that.
Okay.
No.
Yeah,
I like
that's
this
really
better.
good too.
No. It's a very similar base what you're drinking the IPL, but it's just it's dry hopped, so it's the hops are added after fermentation, whereas with the lager the hops are added during the boil.
So let's talk some business with you guys. I heard a while back that you guys have been at max capacity. I mean, you're selling everything you can possibly make right now.
Yeah, we're moving through some beer right now. We just opened up distribution statewide after the first of the year, so we're in about 200 plus locations, bars, and restaurants around Florida.
You got a lot of real estate left in the brewery that we did with the back of the store. Are you guys going to build that out with new equipment now?
We are, yeah. We're already planning on adding expansion tanks. They should be here probably within the next month or so. So we can increase our productivity and be able to create more beer and hopefully sell it.
So how many are you creating? Give me a number, like bottles, kegs. How does that work? What do you guys do?
Right now we're brewing 15 different styles, but some of those are just being sold in our tap room. So our two beers that we're in distribution with are our Lightning Lager and our Irish Red.
Okay.
And we're moving probably about, if I had to guess, probably about 30 or 40 barrels, which is about 80 kegs, 80 to 100 kegs a month.
Wow.
Is what we're selling. So we're still definitely have room for growth. But we're brewing a lot of beer weekly and moving it out the back weekly, and obviously also selling it out of our tap room as well. So statewide distribution's been going
Now,
really well.
for you guys? What's the most profitable end of that? Is it going to be distribution, or is it going to be your tap room? Obviously, distribution as time goes on will probably be more profitable because you'll be able to go.
Yeah. Your margins are obviously higher when you sell it directly out of the tap room.
Now,
but
you guys gonna have multiple locations, or
eventually we do have plans to open some satellite tap rooms as well. So
awesome.
But yeah, I mean, your margins are much higher when you're selling it directly out the front and brewing it right in the back there. But over time, you're correct. The more volume, the more brand awareness you get for your company,
Gotcha.
the better chance of.
So you have sales guys now going out to other places trying to sell your products.
Correct. Yeah.
Awesome.
So we have two sales guys here and obviously myself here in Tampa. One that goes over to like Orlando, Daytona, Melbourne area.
Awesome.
And then we're hiring another one for Jacksonville. So. Right now we're kind of just the three of us are pretty much out of Tampa, and we kind of travel as we need.
Yeah, you need
to.
all those college towns.
Absolutely.
Tallahassee.
No, we have some representation in Tallahassee already. We got a few accounts up there already. So we all went to Florida State for the most part.
Nice.
So,
that's where we went.
Yeah. So.
Everybody but our Yankee friend Doug over here.
Sorry, I was a turtle.
We went to Yankee Doodle College. What college did you go to? Maryland.
University of Maryland.
Maryland, yeah, that's right.
Maryland Terps.
Yeah. Man, well, thanks for coming in, Keelan. It's great to have you guys, and make sure you check it out. This Irish Red that they've got, it's similar to a Killian's, if you know what that is. I like that stuff.
Yeah. Irish Red's definitely my favorite of ours. Actually, the IPL's kind of.
IPL, this is my new favorite.
It's pretty
this
close.
Stuff is amazing. But anyway, we got to get going, guys. This is Keelan from 81 Bay Brew Co. across from Hooters on Gandy. Make sure you guys look him up at 81baybrewco.com. We love having you guys. You're listening to the Business Hour. Happy Hour. It's been another great show, guys.
Take care, man.
All right, everybody sign out. We're going to see you
fellas.
next week. Have another cool guest on, and have a great week.
Hi, I'm Ryan with Tampa Bay Plumbers. Thank you for choosing us for all of your plumbing, septic, and water treatment needs. What makes us different at Tampa Bay Plumbers is that we're a local full-service plumbing contractor that can handle any project large or small, including curtain-place pipelining, septic installations, and various water treatment products. You can find us at tampaplumber.net or 24/7 by phone at 813-PLUMBER. Thank you, and we look forward to working with you. This is Ryan with Tampa Bay Plumbers. At some point, we've all had to have a drain line snaked out. This typically involves running a steel cable through the drain line in an effort to clear a blockage. This often leaves a film of scale or buildup on the inside of the pipe with a hole in the middle. The only way to properly descale a drain line is to perform a hydrojet service. We use equipment that essentially pressure washes the inside of the pipe, leaving your drain lines free and clear. The two symptoms of a sewer backup are foul odors and slow-moving drains. If you are experiencing either of these, contact us at tampaplumber.net or 813-PLUMBER. My name is Ryan, and I am the production manager for Tampa Bay Plumbers, your one-stop shop for all of your plumbing and septic needs. We pride ourselves on building the reputation as the best plumbing and septic company in the Tampa Bay area. But don't take it from me. Look us up on Google and you will see that we have a 4.8 star rating with over 100 reviews. We also have multiple awards and recognition from multiple online review sites such as Angie's List, Yelp, and Facebook. We do everything plumbing and septic, from residential to commercial, new construction to service. You can find us at tampaplumber.net or call us at 813-PLUMBER. I'm Ryan with Tampa Bay Plumbers. As a plumbing and septic company with over 100 years of combined experience, we know how frustrating a sewer backup can be. That is why we pride ourselves on being able to identify the cause of a problem before a backup ever happens. One of the tools we use to identify a problem in the sewer system is a video inspection camera. This camera runs through the drain line and is able to identify and locate any problems in the sewer system on a live feed. We then take that information from the live feed and are able to provide a recommendation on how to best fix the problem, oftentimes without the use of any excavation. If you are experiencing any problems with your sewer system, you can find us at tampaplumber.net or call us at 813-PLUMBER.
Hi, I'm Ryan with Tampa Bay Plumbers, and welcome to our website. So what's different about Tampa Bay Plumbers? Everything is different about us. Our company does literally everything that involves plumbing, water, drainage, sewer, septic. We handle it from A to Z, which is completely different than just about every company in town. If you call a plumber, they don't do septic necessarily. Definitely if you call a septic contractor, they don't do plumbing. In addition to doing a very wide scope of services, we do them extremely well. And the reason why is our process and our people. We have spent many years perfecting our craft, and we've also spent many years finding the best people to operate our system. And we have by far the best plumbers in town. I will put my guys up against any companies, anywhere, anytime, any place. And that's just evidence in the type of quality work that we put out. Go online and look at our reviews on Google, look at our reviews on Angie's List. No one else is as highly rated as us unless they're putting bogus reviews up. But our company takes a lot of pride in what we do on a daily basis, and we hope that you give us a chance. Again, I'm Ryan with Tampa Bay Plumbers. Thanks a lot for visiting our site.